Good morning. Hi, Brian. I think that's Brian. Yep. Hey there. You're my first one to show up on all platforms. Good morning. Good morning. Getting all my screens set up just right here. Oh, hey. Yeah, you're off today. Good, 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 good. Good for you. I'm off today as well from teaching, but then again, I'm not. I actually have to go work on setting solo. But wait, check this out. I wonder if I can, how long I'm going to be able to wear this. We'll find out. You guys, check out my new crown. I need pins for it, I think. It's not going to stay on. It's going to be a cockeyed crown today. There we go. That kind of fits my personality, doesn't it? Kind of sideways. I need bobby pins for it. I didn't even think to grab any. I'll keep it on for a little while. We'll see how it goes. But have no worries. I've got backup crowns just in case. How's everybody doing? Good morning. Good morning. What are we all drinking? What are we all drinking this morning? Spirit signs and sips. I'm still working on getting my tiara to join up. You have to. It's a must. I actually got this one on Amazon, believe it or not. I'm just going to set it right on top of my. There we go. That might stay. We'll see. What are we all drinking? I've got my. I wonder if I can get Celsius to like sponsor my show. What do you think? I've got my Peach Vibe Celsius. Nespresso. See, I wish I liked coffee, but I just don't. I keep trying things and I just don't like it. Water and bone broth. That sounds terrible. Sounds terrible. All right. So Spirit's been gearing me up. I think we're going to be doing a lot of readings today. Yeah, I just got this. Isn't this cute? Okay, so I went and ordered a tiara for one of my dancers who I got to work with later. Actually, she's 8 and she's doing a dance called Fix My Crown. And she's got a throne and the cutest costume. And so we picked out a tiara and crown earrings for her. And this came up as suggested on Amazon. I'm like, done. Okay. No problem. I'm going to have to get that. But I love it. It's got a really cool antique vibe. It looks legit, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm digging it. I like it. It's got a good vibe. My husband's like, another crown. I'm like, another Carr. So, good morning, Jen. I was thinking about you this morning. I was being tortured by my chiropractor, and I'm like, oh, Jen would appreciate this. I don't know why your name popped into my head for that, but I knew you'd appreciate it. Ooh, thank you, Alicia. How's everybody doing? How's everyone doing? How are we doing with spirit? How are we doing? Anybody have any cool stories? Any cool things that have happened to them? Any kind of fun synchronicities going on? Tell me what's going on. Tell me your stories. I want to hear what's happening. Anything good? Anything good? I know that I'm going to be doing readings today because I was getting some hits already. Oh, very cool, Alicia. Feeling some kind of expansion lately. And you know what that happens when you put in the work. Feeling heavy, been a griefy couple of weeks. Oh, I'm sorry, Lee. That's the worst. That's no bueno. I'm so sorry. So how can we send lots of energy to Lee so they can feel uplifted and less griefy? Because it's not so bad. Grief is no fun, right? Right. How can we best navigate through that? Allow ourselves to feel it, allow ourselves to be sad, but also be able to move through it and get on the other side of it. That's the hard part. See, Cosmic Soul, Brian, says, I was interviewed for a podcast about an after-death communication experience I had. The episode dropped today. Oh, hey, please send me the link. I want to listen. I want to listen to it. I need to. So my friend Carrie told me about this website you can go to and like apply to be on podcasts. Good morning, Kim. Yeah, it is a roller coaster, Lee. Is it Lee or Leah? Probably Leah. Spirit was all, oh, wait, oh, dang it, I missed it. Paula said, Spirit was all over my house last night. Oh, kept messing with your phone. That's the worst when they mess with your stuff. And they said, yeah, send it to me. I'll definitely share it. I think that'd be kind of cool. I want to listen. Um, all right, I know I'm going to be doing readings today, but I do need the energy exchange here. So I know, like on TikTok, we want to get to 10,000 likes, 100 shares. We got to get up there to move into that energy. But yeah, so Spirit's been kind of prepping me this morning. I can feel it. Leah, okay. I feel that. So my students call me, when they're younger, call me Miss Rolinda. It's been that way for 30s plus years that I've been teaching. Miss Rolinda. And I just answer. I've had some wild dreams, and it's like, wow. Oh, ooh, any predictive dreams? Any woo-woo dreams? My friend was telling me last night that she's been having moments where she'll just be missing like an hour. She'll be going about her business. She, like yesterday, she was saying she got up, or earlier this week, she got up, did her morning routine, go to the bathroom, brush her teeth, all the things. She looks down at her phone. It's been 40 minutes. And she's like, I have no clue how that, she goes, I thought maybe I looked at my clock wrong. So I went back and looked at my nightstand clock. And she's like, I don't know what the heck is going on. She's very psychic and very in tune. Good morning. Good morning, Maria. My ceiling fan keeps turning on by itself, and my daughter's sound machine and my light. What? Who do you think it is? Do you have any idea of who it might be? Hey, Mandy, how are you? Good morning, Lillian. Hi. Over there in the Facebook land and in the Instagram land. Well, no, that's Lilac Medium. Wait, are you the same? Nope, different. Just all happened at once. Headed to work. That's terrible. Work is no fun. Someone came back to me very emotional and was apologizing and quite sincere. My phone has now been acting up since. Interesting, blue dress. Your husband's keys are missing. Your vape is well, that's Spirit saying quit vaping. It's bad for you. They're trying to keep you safe. And maybe your husband doesn't drive very well, so they're taking his keys to keep him safe too. They're trying to keep you guys home and out of trouble. Right, Tracy? This was my latest Amazon find. I was saying a little bit ago that interesting blue dress. That I went to buy a tiara for a costume for one of my students that's actually doing a dance called Fix My Crown, and this came up as suggested, and of course, I had to be like, yes, absolutely. Very emotional, cannot control my tears. Oh, I'm sorry, Tambos. Thanks, sexy mama. I hope, see, and this was after that card you read. I hope that makes sense. I didn't want to say too much because you've warned us about a scammer. Right. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Well, at least you know, like the difference is blue dress fit. You understand that when someone reaches out to you, it's not me. You know the difference. But when strangers walk in and just like drop their name and a question without saying hi or anything, it's weird. It's been happening. So you think it's your brother-in-law. Interesting, Rose Carling. Interesting. And it very well could be. It could be a lot of times. And the one way you can tell is if you're like, all right, say it out loud. Hey, by the way, if that's you, is this a J name by chance? Is he a J name? And is there a Native American connection to your brother-in-law? Morning. Oh, Kelly. Oh, exciting. The tour of the Pentagon. Ooh, I didn't know you were doing that today. Interesting. Oh no, I cut out. That's not good. All I said, blue dress fit, was at least you know the difference between this, like who's real and who's not. So I tell people, don't come in and drop your information because scammers will come find you and they'll look like me, but you know the difference. So I think that's a little bit different. Um, Sometimes get voices on your video camera while connecting to spirit. Oh, interesting. They can come through electronics. He's not a J name, but he was my friend that was a J name. Or he was with your friend. Okay. That was weird. Carly, that like it just came in. Oh no, Leah. Yeah, it's also Thursday. Friends that are on TikTok. Every Thursday they do major updates. That's when they load. That's like just their normal update day. Um, and um, so if things are wacky, just go out and come back in. You might have to close the app and come back in. Good morning, darling. Could you please tell me what those color bowls behind you? Oh, those are chakra bowls. They're supposed to be singing, but they don't make very much noise. They're not very good. I got them on Amazon. Again, Amazon, cheap. They're great for decoration, zero functionality. Zero functionality. Yep. Okay. All right. So I'm trying to get my caffeine to kick in. Oh, I had to go to the doctor this morning I had to go to my chiropractor. He tortured me. I have a bum knee. It's been acting up for about 6 weeks now. Thanks, MF Flores. I'm going to call you M. So yeah, Amazon. Okay. So weird that also happened yesterday. A weird thing that happened yesterday. We went to the U of M yesterday for my son's visiting. Ooh, okay. Then had dinner hours later, and I saw a post for Michigan Wolverines right next to us somewhere. Oh, I feel like there's more. Oh, interesting. College visit. Okay. You also have a crappy bowl. I know. Well, they're pretty. They're pretty. It's about all they're good for. I have a good singing bowl my mom got me. You guys want to hear it? Sounds awesome. Doesn't that sound so nice? No, I'm not doing readings right now, darling. Um, I will be doing spirit-led readings in a little bit because I've already been getting some hits. Coolest experience. Monday morning, watched Mama and Baby Deer for at least 30 minutes and saw links. Oh, that's amazing. I love it. Wasn't that nice, Lilac Medium? Yeah. That's so cool. I love it when we get those nature, like those messages from spirit and nature, just to kind of like we know something's going on. It's not just, oh, there's a deer in my backyard. Sometimes it's kind of like, all right, spirit, what are you trying to tell me? This has to be something, right? Oh, good. Okay, darling. So yeah, this is how this is going to work. Minimum 10,000 likes and 100 shares before I'm going to start doing readings because I want to get in the algorithm. I need to get out there. I need you guys commenting, tapping the screen, doing all the things, show the love, energy exchange. I do my readings for free here on this app. If you're ever interested in your own private reading, go to the link in my bio and book one. I actually just opened up my schedule. I couldn't figure out why I didn't have anything on my schedule for like at all. I was like, nobody's booking. That's weird. I'm usually sold out like at least a week there, right? My brain in the best way. Oh, I love that, Kelly. And turns out I hadn't added dates to my calendar. I only released my calendar 1 month at a time. And I hadn't put any dates. So I had no readings booked. So that was smart. So now if you're interested in getting a reading, all right, my mediumship has been evolving so much in the past few months, speaking to the tree nation and animal spirits on my walks. It's beautiful. Oh my gosh, I love, love, love that. Oh, thank you, Jen. Thank you very much for saying that. And yeah, Jen's awesome. I love her. Um, you so this is that time of year too, because it's like the fall and spooky season. People start talking more about all the spirits and all the things, right? Um, and yeah, I remember not really believing in fairies until one showed up on my shoulder in my room, like in here, while I was actually in was I on a live? I was at a class and or I was no, I was working with a student and I heard in a very deep Scottish accent. I was like, I said something about a fairy, and he was like, "I'm not a fairy. I'm the Fae. Call me Fae." And I was like, "Okay, attitude. Jeez." And that like I at that point I didn't even really not that I didn't believe in them. It just was like I'd never experienced one. Then a week later, I'm at Camp Chesterfield for a physical mediumship workshop, and somebody I was walking with says, "Oh, look, a fairy's waving at us." I'm like, "What the fuck? Fairy's waving at us?" And I look over, and there's this lone leaf. Like there's no wind. It's right up against the chapel at Camp Chesterfield, and then all of a sudden, like, there's, like, one leaf literally waving. It was so cute. Um, let's see, "You sure can. I am the best thing I have done for myself." Oh, let's see, I missed the question. "It must be wild to connect to spirits, but also must be overwhelming." Nah. It's not really, but I've also in fairness, I have got really, really good mentors. I do a lot of my training through Camp Chesterfield. I've got a mentor who's been doing this work for a bajillion years. She's in her 70s at this point, late 60s, early 70s. Um, and so she makes it not fearful. If you have teachers that make this fearful, then it's not the right teacher. Okay. Yeah, Tracy's been in my development classes. Oh, very cool. Hi, Bree. Tracy's daughter. I love it. Where'd that come from? Also, I keep speaking of weird accents today. There's got to be something spirits building me up for. Fear is the opposite of spirit. Correct, Lilac Medium. Correct. Oh, thank you, Kim. Thank you guys for the gifts. I do appreciate them so much. Alicia said something really cute earlier, too. I love it. Love it. Love it. I am not a scary teacher. Yep, Jen's taken my classes before. Tracy's been in my classes. Kim takes my classes or has taken my classes. See who else? Oh my gosh, SP. How are you? Look, I got a crown. I'm not a Scottish princess, but I just dropped a Scottish accent a second ago, SP. You've been proud. It was so funny. I was talking about the Scottish fairy, the fairy, and he got mad at me and he was like, "I'm not a fairy. Call me a fae. I'm the fae." Mm. Alicia's still in here. Thank you, Alicia, for saying that. It's a fairy. That's all it was. I was just saying, yeah, that was really the only thing. Um, oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, you guys, for saying such nice things. Thank you, Georgia. Oh, also, hi, Georgia. Um, I do enjoy teaching the classes. And again, I've had really great teachers. And I will say um, that it does take work. Right. Right, Brian? I love it. This is a great party. We got accents rolling through. My office manager is Scottish. Oh, that's funny. I would love. Oh, Aunt Di's in the house. Oh my gosh, Aunt Di, you're moving. I'm so sorry. Also, had I known, I totally would have come down to help you. I have this week off, and my husband decides to like only do a 4-day vacation when I'm off for like 10 days. I'm like, that's stupid. Maybe because Outlander's getting ready to start again soon. Oh, yes. Anybody? Okay, where are my Outlander people? Show of hands. Where are my Outlander friends? Love my Outlander. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, November 22nd is season. I know, me too, SP. Season 7B, I think. Yeah, I've been rewatching it. Are you booked today and tomorrow yet? I am today. I'm going to be in Atlanta, Georgia tomorrow. Actually, I'm going to be out of town tomorrow. Thank you, Carling. And Today, if you want a reading today, message me because my calendar won't be open for today just because it's in less than 24 hours. So if you are looking to get a private reading today, just message me. Like, you can message me through my website and I'll get that today. I do have a recording I need to do. I was supposed to do it yesterday and then the day got away from me. Good morning, Daniel. Um, oh, it's such a good show, darling. Oh my goodness. Saw the most interesting video that I believe my spirit guide sent me about developing. Hit your heart. Oh my goodness. I love that. I love when spirit shows up for us. Oh my, kicking things over here. Um, season B, SP's on it. Um, right. It's oh, thank you, darling. So I will be doing I would have time to do readings today and tonight. Um, It's just, again, not open on my calendar because it's in less than 24 hours. So if you would like a reading or, I'm gonna be doing one of my recorded services today for higher self healing, higher self reading. I'm gonna be spending some time on this today. So if you decide you do want a message or if you would like a reading, message me and I'll get it you scheduled today. Okay. I do have to teach a dance class at one time. I'm off work, but I've got to teach a private lesson later today. Um, Not the messenger thing. Just go to contact us and send me an email through that. What, Daniel, what do you need to, what do you need to come in for? Just so you know, Queen, we can see your mic. Oh, I know, because it's pretty. I like it. Check it out. I look so official. I'm going to start singing with my crown. Oh, you need help for a friend. Okay. Do we need to send him like all the healing juju? All right, SP, I love you so much. Thank you for coming in. Also, we've got to do a Sassenach like call together. I miss all of you, friends. I would like to do a psychic medium read. Okay, well, let me know. Just message me and I can let you know what I do have available today. I have a few spots and times that I could get people in. Is anyone no one's sharing. I only have 28 shares. Oh my gosh. All right, so we're sending Daniel's friend who just lost everything in a fire and is in the hospital. We're sending all the healing juju, all of it. Okay, and actually I'm gonna add what's her first name? Can you share that, Daniel? And I'm gonna send when I'm doing my work later today, I'll send her some healing energy. Just first name is fine. Mhm. Okay, so if we're following you, we can go to your page. Okay. All right. Vanessa. Vanessa. Okay, we're going to send Vanessa lots and lots and lots of love, healing energy. Okay. So yes, when I go in to translator to do the work for my other client, when I'm done with that client, I will go in and do that for her as well. Okay? But thank you for sharing that because I think it's important that we can all collectively understand that we can collectively help her energetically. Absolutely. And then I'm making a note that I'm going to go watch your video that you put out about it and see what we can do. Okay. Lots of prayers. Thank you for sharing that, Daniel. Oh, that's awful. Gail, I see you in the house. How are you? How are you? And thank you for being part of my team. Thank you, SP. And also, oh, Lucas is in the house. My buddy Lucas. Good morning, my friend. Sorry, it's a little delayed on Instagram. For whatever reason. Like my video is delayed too. It's only Instagram. Good morning. Oh, I see Yessie's in the house. We got to share. I got to get to at least 100 shares. We're over 17,000 likes. Share the live. Let's get people in here. I do this every Thursday. Good morning, Cindy. How are you? Looking forward to our fun day out. I'm not going to lie. Very excited about that. Share that live. Let's share the live. At this point, I've been doing this for 5 months now. I should have a lot more people coming into my live. I'm just saying. I should have a lot more people attending. All right, cool, darling. So when I'm done here at noon Eastern time. Then, so like an hour and a half from now, then I will get right on checking my messages because I have a window of time. And then I have an appointment at 2. Then I have a private lesson at 4:30. But I've got windows in there where I can absolutely try to get you in today or tonight. Okay. Cannot tomorrow. And if we don't align times today, we can always shoot for the weekend. I'm literally going to be in Atlanta for like a day. We're doing a day trip down there. My husband's got things to do. Good morning. My stomach is growling so loud right now. What the heck? Did anybody else hear that? That was so loud. I was like, didn't expect that. Okay. Hey, that's okay, Daniel. Absolutely. And I'm going to send her. I'm going to send her as much healing as I possibly can. As I possibly can, sending all that energy. I'm so sorry to hear about your friend. I didn't eat. That's the problem. I didn't eat. So, because I got up this morning and I chose to stay in bed and do my social media posts. Oh, we're over 129,000 now. You're welcome, Daniel. Absolutely. I'll be here to help. Okay. Because I know you wouldn't bring it to me if it wasn't important to you and if she wasn't important to you. So I'm there. Can you tell me more about the inspirational writing? I sure can. Let me take a sip of my peach vibe. So inspirational writing. Oh, it's beautiful in Indiana too, Vonda. Is it supposed to be nice tomorrow? So inspirational writing class, that's coming up next Tuesday. I want to say it's only like $40. $40, I think. If that, I don't remember now. That's terrible. Someone feel free to check. It's not that expensive, but what it is I teach you, it's one way of learning how to communicate with spirit. Okay. Because somebody asked earlier, can anybody train to be a medium? Yes, you can. Is everybody necessarily supposed to be a professional medium? No. Or supposed to be reading for other people? No. But also, oh, very cool. Hi, in Fishers. I'm in Westfield. Not too far. Very cool, Carling. Now, what the inspirational writing class is nice about to do is I give you specific exercises on how to connect to spirit and to like understand, you know, how like so many people, especially beginning developing mediums or people who have never developed before, they're like, how do I know I'm not making it up? Right? So I teach you techniques on how to understand the information coming in that's your thoughts versus spirit's thoughts. Okay. And actually, you know what? We could do a fun exercise. You guys want to do a fun exercise really quick? Okay. Let me grab one of my books. Oh my gosh, my knee's killing me. Let me grab, Love is Letting Go of Fear. Okay. I'll check it out. My tarot ball just came on. I'm like, I am a hot mess right now. I'm like knocking things all over the place. All right. So let me give you an example of um, inspirational writing exercise. Okay. Um, you can read something, and usually when you first start doing this, do it like with spiritual book, whether it's like I'm going to be reading from Love is Letting Go of Fear. It's an old book. It's been around for a long time. A friend of mine gifted it to me. You Are a Medium. You just don't know it yet. Also a great little read. Then you could get down with the natural laws, right? You could always read any number of things. Let's look and see if I can find anything else that's nearby that I could read. So what you want to do is read a passage. Okay. Just read something simple. Okay. Prove it to you. So just like a paragraph or even just a few sentences. And then what you do is you write down or like listen, like, okay, so what are your thoughts? Just what did you think of it? Right? Just tune into what you think of it and just kind of sit with it. Right. So I'm going to read. Um, ooh, this will be a good one. I haven't read this one yet. That's not true. I'm going to read this one that I just read in one of my classes. The Learning the Languages, the Guides. This is something I did. Forgiveness. Okay, so I'm going to read this to you, and I want you to think about your own thoughts. Like, what do you think of it? If you've got something to write it down, type it out, whatever. Okay. Inner peace can be reached only when we practice forgiveness. Forgiveness is the letting go of the past and is therefore the means for correcting our misperceptions. Our misperceptions can only be undone now and can be accomplished only through letting go whatever we think other people have done to us or whatever we think we have done to them. Through this process of selective forgetting, we become free to embrace a present without the need to reenact our past. So take a minute. Take a minute. Write down your thoughts, type out your thoughts, put it in your phone, whatever. Um, or even just like make comments. What are your comments? What do you feel? What do you think that statement was saying? Ah, not me singing forgiveness from just friends. Inner peace. Yep. Yep. Isn't it? It's so deep too. It's not on the surface, you're like, oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. So I want you to pay attention to like kind of where your thoughts are, how that information came in, right? Now, I don't know, Southern man. We're not doing readings right now. Um, but would you like some fries with that? White clean slate. Okay. Self-care, start positive. Yes. Letting go of the past brings you peace. Okay. And is connecting with the spirit similar to connecting with a muse? Ooh, I don't know. I hadn't thought about that. No, I don't know. Maybe muse, like your nice definition of muse might be different. Acknowledging our trauma and being able to release them to heal them. Okay. Literally, it's like when you said, I know, like last week, somebody told me to fuck off because I was like, do you want fries with that? After they came into my room, just dropped their question and didn't read the room. Self recovery, it's very insightful and very bad about holding grudges, forgiving but cutting out. Yep. Okay. Forgiveness is the path to happiness. Self care allows more to come in. Oh, something we could talk about. Oh, and also, Brian, I did, by the way, watch that video on the physical mediumship that you recommended. Forgiveness is the path to happiness. Yep. Self care allows more to come in. So now, so this is where the intuitive writing comes in. I want you to just kind of sit back, close your eyes. I want you to take 3 really deep breaths. Breathing in, hold for 5 counts, Breathe out for 6 counts. Do that 3 times. Breathe in for 4 counts, filling your lungs completely. Hold for 5. Breathe out for 6. One more time. Now, I'm going to read that passage again. And I want you to now, right now, while you're centered and relaxed, ask Spirit to give you their thoughts on the same passage. Okay? Inner peace can be reached only when we practice forgiveness. Forgiveness is the letting go of the past and is therefore the means for correcting our misperceptions. Our misperceptions can only be undone now and can be accomplished only through letting go whatever we think other people have done to us or whatever we think we have done to them. Through this process of selective forgetting, we become free to embrace a present without the need to reenact our past. So now I want you to ask and write down, type, whatever you want to do. What did Spirit have to say? And is it different? What information's coming in right now? Are you just getting words? Are you getting images? How's it coming in? Are you getting a feeling? Acknowledge how the information or the energy shift happened. Communication and love. You might just get keywords. You might get full on sentences. In the writing workshop, we will just sit and we do write and we share and we kind of analyze. Forgiveness is our own inner peace, not necessarily theirs. Interesting. Different than last week. Instantly saw a yin yang infinity symbol. Interesting. Okay. Let go. What are the little words? Are you getting pictures? Are you getting feelings? What information's coming in? Not getting anything. That's okay. It might be one of those things, blue dress fit, that you might actually need to sit and write. Control your triggers. Surrender. I love it. You crack me up, Michelle. So, but that's a good example of how I teach that class and what the intuitive writing class is. There's a whole list of ways. That's just literally just one way that we learn to connect for that intuitive writing class. And it helps if you've taken other classes, but it's absolutely not necessary. To the English teacher, that's a great idea, right? See? If you are, and what'll happen too is when we're doing the writing exercise and you've set that intention that that's what we're going to do is we're going to sit down and write, you'll know, just like if you just tell Spirit, I'm going to write whatever you tell me. You might get random words, incomplete sentences, but just write what you get. And then you'll start understanding, wait, this isn't coming from me. And so I will teach you how to acknowledge that stream of consciousness coming in that is Spirit versus your own side of your brain. Okay. So yeah, that's one example of how we do the intuitive writing class. So whoever asked about that, thank you very much for bringing that up. I do love teaching that class. And I'm one of those people that I'm just not very good at focusing long enough to sit down and journal. But this has been a really great way. There are plenty of people who do connect well through writing. Okay. And when they do, that flows a lot easier. It flows. I took an Eileen Davies trance mediumship class. I guess it's been almost 2 years now. Don't be so honest and alive. Oh, good, Alicia. Yes. I'm a doer. I learn through doing. But that's something she did. We had to go into a trance state and do trance writing. And it was pretty wild. It was pretty wild, but I'd also had some experience with trance work. Um, Literally a professional writer and creative writing is so hard for you. I really like these. Aren't these fun? It's a great way. And you just pick something up and be like, oh, okay, I'm going to read this passage. Blending, whatever frequency you are working in, you are learning to blend with energy and use your natural abilities to understand and interpret that energy. The more you practice, the easier this becomes. Oh, all right. So what do I envision as that? All right, spirit, what does that mean to you? You'd be surprised how different answers will come. And that's what I teach in that class. So it's fun. And that is next Tuesday. I want to say it's at 6 Eastern Standard Time. I found that when reading, I scribble pictures. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. I love that. Everything is energy. It's how we use it. Yes. Literally everything is made of energy. Literally everything. Down to like every little cell. All right. I'm inviting spirit to come in. I'm getting like cold chills. And I'm not cold. It's pretty warm here today. All right. Let's see. Thank you, Claire Elizabeth. I'm going to see who's coming in. All right. So let's do some readings. Let's have some fun today. The last couple of weeks I've done readings, but I haven't done a ton of them. I'm in a great vibration today. So I'm really interested to see who comes through. So, and by the way, I was told to put these feather earrings on, even though they don't match my necklace or the crown. And I feel like there was some merit to that. Good morning, Erica. Welcome. So let's go over the rules, friends. Ooh, that's kind of cool, Vonda. All right. Heather loves feathers. Vonda sees feathers all the time. Thank you, Erica. So here's the rules. Since we're sporting the new crown today, actually, no, I'm hearing feathers. So feathers will be the emoji of choice. Okay. If you can take 100% of the evidence that I bring forward. So if you are new here, first of all, if you're new, welcome. Show of hands. Are you new? Give me a wave. Heather Feather. Ooh, I love that, Heather. Oh, and you've got a feather in your name. That's kind of funny. See if half moon, 3 buzzards flying around it. Oh, interesting. Michelle, you're not new here. Maybe you are. Maybe I've been talking to the wrong Michelle the whole time. There's a feather. Yep. Good morning, SD72. Good morning. Good morning. All right. So what I'll do is I'm going to connect to this spirit and I'm going to let them come in. They're going to start downloading information to me, right? If you can take, it's me, Mario. If you can take 100%, then you're going to put a feather. You'll drop feathers in the chat. Okay. If you can come in to the box, if I narrow down, it's all spirit led. So I'm going to allow spirit to draw me in to figure out who it goes to. If it's not for you, even if you can take a bunch of it, just take it as a postcard is what we call them, or a spirit wink or a God wink. It just means your loved ones are aligning you here in this moment to receive this information to let you know that they are around. And that's very important for you to understand that even if the reading's not for you, it's not that the other person, I got it wrong. It's not for that other person. It's a collective. Like it means it's And it's wild how specific this information will come in and still how many people will be able to take it. Okay. Um, that's cool, Kim. So I'm getting something about somebody new. Okay. New. I don't know if that means they're new, newly crossed over, new, or if the person in the chat is new. I'm here saying about new feathers. And I got a Native American reference. And then also this necklace I got in Portland at Soulful PDX. Um, and also, how pretty is that? It's so pretty. It's got such good energy too. Um, but I feel like there's something. I'm hearing about jade, American feathers. So so references to something being new. Either they're new. Oh, excuse me, newly crossed over, or new. Someone's new here. Native American feathers. Like there's something about feathers being important. Jade, but this isn't jade. I don't think. It's not. I forget what it is. Might be malachite. Now they're talking about the jewelry is important. Jewelry is important to whoever this is for. I'm hearing the name Sam. And when I get names, it's either the person on the other side or someone close to them there's a connection between you and that person. And I feel like the name Sam, or an SA name, Sam, Samantha, Samuel, Sam, feminine Sam, feminine version of Sam is important around the situation. I'm hearing some of that boats. Whoever this was is really, there's like, again, like either Native American culture was important to them, or they were Native American, or like they wanted to be, or they always talked about like they wanted to be out in nature, because I'm seeing them being out in the boats and in the trees and just really enjoying and needing that nature around them. So if this is resonating 100%, drop the feathers. And I'm going to keep getting information for a few minutes. Keep the energy coming, keep sharing the live, keep doing all the things, and I'll keep getting information and I'll figure out who this is for. There's boat, nature. It feels like a canoe, almost like a canoe kind of thing, but a boat. Like fishing, hunting. I just feel like there's something about enjoying that, enjoying this. And I feel like this person may have been missing for a while. Something about missing, or would disappear for a while. They're talking about disappearing, and either they passed when they disappeared and like nobody knew where they were for a while. There's something about missing. And they feel like they passed when they were young. Keep in mind, I'm 53, so anything younger than 50 is young to me. They feel like they passed before their time, or what we would consider like just didn't live full life, like they didn't live to their longest potential. I'm seeing a walking stick. Oh, they're talking about my cool stick, my snake. Some kind of walking stick. All right. Is anybody taking this? They did have a lot of pretty jewelry at Soulful. Okay, so Carling is taking 100% of this is making sense to you. I love that. Okay. Hey, April. Oh my goodness. So you know what the key word today is feathers, because there's a Native American jewelry, someone who likes to be out in nature. Mhm. This feels like some I'm hearing about their father. I don't know if this person would have been a father. Interesting. Okay, Carling, actually, I'm really drawn to you, Carling, and you're new, and they said that you were new. Okay, interesting. Okay, because new was a big part. Are you able are you in a position where you can come in and chat with me? If you can come in into the box, just do a guest request. Just do a guest request and I'll bring you in. Okay. Trying to anyway. Make sure I have this turned up. Hello, how are you?
A little creeped out.
Ah, so welcome to my show. Talk.
To turn my camera on because
No, you do not. You do
Okay.
not. You're fine. I don't need to see you.
So
No, it's fine. So tell me, is this your dad or is this a someone the father? He's saying something about being a father. Would that make sense to you?
um, so
Tell me what you're getting. Tell me how this makes sense to you.
he always wanted to be a father but couldn't, and his father took his death extremely hard, and his father was the last person that he called.
Okay.
And when you said something about your snake walking stick, he had a snake walking stick that my father-in-law gave to my husband, his brother.
Oh my gosh, I have like goosebumps right now. Okay, this is him. This is him. And did he like to be out in nature? There's a Native American connection, or he wanted to be like the Native Americans?
He loved to be out in nature. We actually own a farm. He did not live on a farm, but he died in nature. He died in the woods.
Okay. And nobody knew where he was for a minute. Would that make sense?
He went missing.
Okay.
And we couldn't find him.
Okay. And I'm asking him how he died. I feel it kind of a freak accident kind of thing that happened? Do they know?
No.
Because it feels like his head was just really disoriented.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very.
Okay.
I would have to say so, yeah.
Okay. So he's saying like okay, hold on, slow down. Oh my gosh, he's never come through like this is what I feel like. He's never been able to come through like this. So he's like, I got a lot to say. I got a lot to say. I got a lot to say.
He's not.
Okay. He would you understand that his people that would want to talk to him would not be open to coming to a psychic to be able to hear from him? Would that make sense?
Absolutely. My husband would love to hear from him, but he would never.
Okay. Okay. Well, you're going to get this will be recorded so you can actually you can be like, and here he is.
Yeah.
He said he made a lot of bad choices. Would that make sense for him? He's making me feel like he made a lot of
Yeah.
that kind of led him to an uncomfortable road.
Yeah.
Okay. And with the number like 35, was he 35 when he passed, or was he in his 30s or something about 30? 30.
His brother was 35 when he passed, and he was 36.
Okay. All right. Okay. Somebody's got did he have like a ring or something that would make sense? Do you have a ring that somebody else has?
He was engaged.
Okay. And where's the name Sam come in? Or the name Jade? Is Jade a name?
But Sam, I'm trying to piece it. That's something my husband may know.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's okay. No, that's fine. But Jade, either the color Jade is important or the name Jade or like a J name. Is his name a J name or a J-A name?
My 2-year-old's name is Jackson. That was his nephew.
Okay. All right. I still feel like Jade or something to do with the color, that color is important to him.
So after his passing, I don't remember what it was for, but I was asking my mother-in-law what his favorite color was.
And
she
green.
said she thought it was green.
Yep. He liked the richness of Jade.
Yeah.
Because it was just, and I feel like he liked things. He couldn't just be like green. It had to be like Jade.
Yeah.
a little more dramatic that way.
Yeah.
But did he like to draw or did he sketch? Was he really artistic? I feel like he was creative.
My daughter, who he was extremely close to, is very artistic.
Okay. Did she draw pictures of him after he passed?
She drew pictures for him, yes.
Okay. Did she talk about him coming to her or seeing him, dreaming about him or waking up and having talked about, like, I feel like he's come to her in a dream.
Woke up one night because she had a nightmare about him.
Mm-hmm.
She had a dream with him in it, but scared.
Yes. He's like, I didn't mean to. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, that's what I told her. I was like, I don't think he would ever scare
No.
you.
It was not. So it's however she perceived it. It felt scary because she's a kid kind of thing. But he wasn't trying to scare her. Crows. He's talking about crows. Is there some connection to crows or blackbirds that you guys associate with him? Or is there something about crows?
His dad and his brother absolutely hate blackbirds because they destroy other birds' nests.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the only thing I could think
No,
of.
that's an actual thing. So it makes sense. Okay. What else is it? He's so excited. Did he ride a motorcycle? Was he, or just like that? He's talking about a motorcycle. Because when I saw the crows, I was thinking Sam Crow, which is Sons of Anarchy TV show, and motorcycles. That's why I was kind of where my brain went.
Yeah. No, if he watched that show, that would probably be something like I said that my husband would know.
That's all right. Oh, wait, your son's name is Jackson. Do you call him Jax?
Yeah.
That's the main character in that show is Jax Teller.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's spelled the same way too.
Okay.
Because I think, I don't know if it was him or someone else when I said that we were naming him Jackson. He's like, oh, like the Sons of Anarchy show.
Okay, so there was, okay. All right, that's funny.
I don't remember if he said that though.
That show is the reason I ride a motorcycle now. So.
Really?
I think it's important for you all to understand that while his death was untimely, I feel like he knew, did he say when he was younger, like, I don't think I'm going to live past 40. Would that make sense? I feel like he never could see himself living beyond a certain age.
I don't know. That's something my husband would
Okay,
know.
that's okay. But I feel like he's just confirming that, like, he always knew his soul was not meant to be around forever and ever. Why is he talking about this? I'm asking him if there's signs that he gives you. And actually feathers. I feel like he's going back to feathers. I feel like you guys see feathers, or this kids see feathers. There's just something about feathers.
I was a feather floating in my pool. I don't know where it came from because birds never land in my pool, and then my kids love feathers. Like they find like turkey feathers and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah. He's just talking about that's one of his signs to let you just, it's like a, hey, it's like a little drive-by. How's it going? That he does bring feathers. And by chance, was that feather blue? He's saying something about blue, or there's a blue feather or a blue, something about blue. Blue.
I didn't really look at it much.
That's all right.
It was white, but there is
Is there a blue jay that hangs around your property?
we have tons of blue jays.
Okay. All right. Because I feel like he's talking about blue jays.
A dream catcher in my son Jackson's room that has a blue feather on it.
Oh, interesting. Okay. I think it's just really, really important for you guys to know that he's around. He's okay. That he's exactly where he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And I'm asking if there's anything else.
I know his brother's been really struggling lately with it. So.
Yeah. August. Is August important for him? August. Was he found or did he pass in August? Or was something about August was important for him?
In January.
Okay. So this tells me there's someone around him that's probably like birthday. Like there's something about August or something important that happened in August around your family that he witnessed. Was there anything that exciting?
My daughter was born at the very end of July, but our anniversary, our dating anniversary is in August, but I don't know why that would be important to him.
Was your daughter
10-year anniversary in August?
Okay, so there it was a celebration in August. Okay. But also your daughter's a Leo. Kind of like her already. Does she have a crown?
No.
She needs one. Every Leo girl needs a crown.
Yeah. I'm surprised he's bringing up Jackson because him and my daughter are extremely close. Like,
I'm not surprised. And like him bringing up the drawing, I'd be like, he's.
She drew him a unicorn.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was the unicorn that he's riding in heaven.
Yes.
So he saw that.
Absolutely. Actually, I was just getting ready to say, and did she write it as you were saying it? I'm like, oh, and she made it so he could write it.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me ask him a little bit more about that. Does she get cold easily? She's talking about cold.
Yes.
Okay. And were they very much alike in personality? Would that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Because he makes me feel like they've all right, this is going to sound kind of out there, but I do past life regression. And so what he's showing me, he's like, he and your daughter have been in many lifetimes together.
Mm-hmm.
And he came in long enough to get her to a certain age. Like that was one of his purposes was to come in. And that's why he didn't have to stay. He was like, okay, we're good. You're good. I'm out. Because I feel like they instantly connected. Is one of them red? Is he or your daughter a redhead? Something about red hair?
My daughter's a redhead.
Okay.
And so am I.
Okay. I feel like he's just like, oh, I could go on and on about this. Okay, so what else are we doing? Like, I feel like he's just like, fourth. Is she in fourth grade? Fourth, or was something about fourth? You're saying,
He's in second grade. My son is going into fourth grade.
okay. All right. I see. Bringing that up. And did you guys just go out and like, were they playing and leave? Were they doing like the whole fall thing, playing in leaves? I feel like there was something, he's showing me that he's around by showing me what they were doing. Or did they just,
My son and daughter were raking leaves and making a pile.
okay. Because he was just showing me them like being in the leaves. So I think this is just his way of letting you know he's around. Like he's seeing your daily activities. He's seeing what's happening. And also, did your daughter just have a test of some kind
Oh my God.
where she was like, all right, uncle, is his name? I'm going to say Gary because that's my husband's uncle's name and that keeps coming up, but Gary.
My son's name is Gary, but
Okay. But I feel like that's who owned the walking stick was Uncle Gary. But you're like, okay, like I need you to help me out. There's something about she's asking for his help. Or she was praying for help for a test of some kind.
yeah, she just can I give you a little bit of information?
Yeah, that's fine.
So she struggled for 4 years being able to read well. And I took her to the eye doctor on Monday. And the eye doctor said she thinks she has something called Erlin syndrome. So I took her to Chicago to get her tested for it. And it was amazing because she could all of a sudden see the words and letters correctly.
Oh, okay.
And she was very nervous about that test.
Yes, I feel like she prayed. She was praying.
Yeah.
Oh, and I got goosebumps again. Okay. He said, encourage them to keep talking out loud to him because they'll feel him. They'll know he's around. Just encourage the kids to keep talking.
Okay. My daughter talked about her a lot. And then she just kind of stopped. Talked about him a lot, and then she's just recently stopped talking about him.
I feel like there's going to be something that triggers her, or either she'll dream about, like there's something that's going to trigger her to remember. And I feel like it can be as simple as, oh, that blue jay. I wonder if that's Uncle so-and-so. You know what I mean? I feel like you can do things to keep his memory because she was young. 2 years. Did this happen 2 years ago? 2 years?
No.
What's 2 years? Something major 2 years ago. He's talking about major transformation 2 years ago. Would that make sense to you? Major transformation. 2 or 2 months. I don't feel like it was 2 months ago, but something about 2. The number 2 is important. So and you said he passed in January, but I feel like the 2 could be the second of the month, February, but I felt like he was saying 2 years or something significant.
Yeah, it's April 2nd.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe that's it. I don't know. There's something about significant. The 2 years was major transformation. So I feel like that might be something that's kind of cryptic and weird. So put it in your back pocket and be like, well, what's going to happen in 2 years? I don't know. I don't know what that means. He's just saying 2 years because I tried to say 2 months. And he was like, nope. Major transformation, 2 years. And that might be something that your husband might actually know what that means too.
Yeah, maybe.
So he's pulling back now, but I feel like it's just so important you guys keep talking to him, keep his memory alive. Even if, you guys don't talk about him, he's still going to be around. I feel like he came in to be a guide in life and in death for you guys, that he's going to be helping your kids navigate through some things as they get older. And that he's still very much present with you guys. You just got to keep talking to him. So you can feel connected to him, because whether you do it or not, he's still going to be around. I think that's really important for you guys to know. So make sure if you want to watch this, I'm on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram live right now also. And on YouTube, this will automatically upload. So you can go watch this and save it.
Okay.
So that way your husband can watch it too and be like,
when he's ready.
when he's ready. When he's
So
ready.
do you think he's the one that turned my daughter's sound machine on in the middle of the night and then turned it off?
Yes. Because I feel like he can mess with electronics. He feels so new. This was just past January, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, because he's like, I'm so new to this, but it's so fun.
Yeah.
It's so fun. He messes with electronics, he messes with lights.
Does he find things? Because his stepsister has been missing things and finding them in weird spots. And she feels like he's messing with her.
Was he a prankster in life? Kind of a jokester?
Yeah, definitely a jokester.
Yeah, I think he might actually. And do you guys have a dog? Does he mess with a dog? Does someone talking about, I feel like a dog, like there's a dog that barks at him or that sees him?
A dog he absolutely adored.
Okay. I feel like the dog still sees him, like he's still here.
Is that why she barks all the time at nothing?
Yes.
Because she's literally barking and I'm like, there's nothing there.
No, he's like,
is he making that move?
Yes.
He would make.
Yes, that's what he was doing. And I feel like he would stand in front of her and be like, that's what he feels like. So yeah, he's still around. Like he's still around the dog and still messes with you all, messes with the electronics. He's very, very present. And I feel like at any given time, you could say, here's the sign that I want. Here's the sign. I would suggest if your my husband's not a reader, but he'll listen to things. There's a book, and I say this every week, by Dr. Laura Lynn Jackson called Signs. And it talks about all these people who have lost their loved ones and how they've been able to ask for signs and how the signs come in such varying ways. And it's a really, really great book on grief and learning how to navigate it from this side of it all, as the human that's still here on earth. And I would suggest either you read it and start trickling that information to your husband. I just listened to the book in the car. And I got a lot out of it as a medium. So, I think I'm being called to tell you about that book. Because I really believe, because you can ask for signs. You can be like, okay. And if you think that may have been the sign from a loved one, then you'd be like, do it again. And they'll get creative though. So like my son, one of the very first chapter, they talk about oranges. And I was like, okay, spirit, just for shits and giggles, let's do oranges. My sign for you will be oranges today. And daggone if oranges didn't show up literally everywhere. Like somebody sat down at my table at Spirit Fest and eating an orange. I'm like, wow, that's super specific. But then I would like within an hour of me saying that, I turn on the TV and someone on the TV goes, would you like an orange? It's full of vitamin C.
Oh my gosh.
Like it was so bizarre. I'm like, oh, good one. That's funny. So I feel like that book opened even me up to receiving signs differently and recognizing when spirit's trying to get your attention. So that might be a really good way for your husband to work through his grief too, is understanding the signs from our loved ones.
Yeah, I mean, that might be good for me too, because I lost my mom when I was 16 and I always wondered what she's here.
Do you smell cookies?
Sometimes.
That's something that she just told me.
Oh.
It's like sugar cookies. Sugar cookies are like snickerdoodles.
Oh my God, snickerdoodles were her favorite cookie.
Okay, that's what she's talking about. Oh yeah, your mom's here. So, but I was so focused. I was so focused on him. But I feel like there's things that she does around you also that, yes, absolutely, that book is going to help. She's also talking about owls. Do you guys have owls out where you are?
Yeah, I mean, we live in the country. Like, I've always wanted to see an owl, but I've never like actually seen one. You can hear them, but you can't.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like you're gonna. I'm seeing one sitting like on the top of your house, kind of thing. Like, oh, it's been there all along.
I
Okay.
would believe that.
But you can ask to send owls. You can ask her to send those things, and she'll do it.
Yeah.
About making snickerdoodle. Oh, that I love that, Allison. So just know that your loved ones are here. And I think you would really enjoy that book. Really enjoy that book. It's an easy read, easy listen. It's not long. And it has a lot of really good information in it. And I think it's a lot of people that I've recommended to have really found that they find a lot of healing, and it's empowering. To me, it's empowering because I'm a doer. I'm like, okay, so how are we going to fix this? How do we make it better? And what action can I take to move through something? And I feel like this gave a lot of great information on how to empower yourself.
Yeah.
And to connect to spirit. And because I don't believe that you necessarily need to go to a medium just to talk to your loved ones. You can talk to your loved ones. And would you understand that eye condition that your daughter has or deals with? Is that hereditary, like on your mom's side?
She gets it from me. I actually found out that she gets it from me on Saturday.
Okay. So I heard mom's side. Okay, so that makes sense. Okay. They're not, by the way, spirit's like not too highly concerned about this. Just so you know.
Yeah.
That I feel like it's going to work itself out and be fine. They're like, oh yeah, it's fine.
She sees my kids and everything then too.
Of course she does. Yeah, that's just it. Of course they do. What, do you think that she's going to be around talking about snickerdoodles and then just not show up for anything else? Of course they're around. And you can.
She's telling me I need to make snickerdoodles for them.
Maybe. I mean, it is that. I mean, it's fall. The cookie smell in the air is always nice. It doesn't matter. It's the intention, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But I feel like you smell, like she's saying there's something about smelling snickerdoodles or smelling cookies that triggers a memory of her. That's what she made. That's what she was giving me, was like that smell was very strong.
I'll smell a smell that reminds me of her, but I can't.
Okay. So this is a good example, lesson for the class, of how we get information from spirit in different ways. Smelling is huge, because those smells hold our strongest memories. They trigger some of our strongest memories. And so that is one of the things that she does to bring through, because I also feel like rose is her favorite flower. There's something about roses, or there's a really strong rose smell. Oh.
And I got my middle name from her.
Okay. So to me, when she makes me smell a rose, it made me think rose.
And she always used to buy me roses because my name is Rose. So.
Okay. So those are little things. She's always around. She never left. And it is so important for people to understand that, and that she's around. She's non-judgmental. She's enjoying the kids. She's enjoying the dog. I feel like how else does she come through? She might be one that's moving things. I feel like she moves things.
I can see that. She was always very particular about things not being misplaced. And so when things are misplaced, it's almost like she moves it where it's supposed to be.
Yep. Yeah.
It's like, why are you putting that there?
It's like she was really excited to learn that trick too. Like, ooh, I bet I can move it. Okay. So yeah, she's around.
She was here, so I knew like if she was proud of what I've done with my life. But...
Well, they are always proud of us because we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. Even the hard times, even the things that we're screwing up at, like screwing up. There's still lessons that we have to learn. We're here for a human experience. We're not here to like come into the world perfect and like leave perfect without any bumps, bruises, or bad decisions. That's just part of it. And so from that side, it's unconditional love, the overwhelming unconditional love that they impress upon us as mediums. And it just is it's overwhelming sometimes because they're like, oh yeah, they're fine. Yeah. Sometimes they will laugh too. They'll be like, yeah, so remember that time you got caught speeding?
Was that actually a reference to me? Because
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
3 reckless driving tickets, and one was recent, and she's probably like, "You need to slow down." I was like,
Yep.
26 over.
Yeah. They can take that license and that. How's that going to work out? Ubering all to all the activities. It's not going to work out. Well, then you're not going anywhere and you're screwed. So she's like, yeah, she did bring that up. So, but you need to understand, or she wants you to understand that she's always around. Period. They're always proud because we're here living life. She is saying, quit making excuses for the things that you want to do. Because I feel like you make a lot of excuses of why you can't do things.
Yeah.
And she's like, live. The one thing that she said she would have done more, and I always ask, I like to ask spirits, if you could do anything different, what wisdom would you impart? Now that you're on the other side, what would you have done different that you could offer them as advice? And that's what she's saying is like, live more life, go on the trips or go do the things. And she's like, you make a lot of excuses. And I'm trying to say it the right way. Like you have a lot of reasons why you don't do things. And she's like, quit making just do it.
I do. I've always been really bad at that. Like always, and she knows that. Like always, I'm like, I can't do that because of this, and I can't do that because of this.
Right. And I feel like she's saying, as an example to your children, teach them how to live.
Yeah.
Teach them how to be humans and to exist in the world. And that just say yes more. She said that.
All the time.
She's like, say yes more. Now that doesn't mean like yes to bad behavior or like yes to spoiled things, but like but experiences and trying and doing and letting them play in the mud and be like, well, I guess we're going to hose you off in the yard, whatever. She's like, let them exist and be, and really fully embrace the human experience.
Let them be kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pressure on kids. My youngest is 21 and I learned from the first two who are super high strung and high anxiety that we put a lot of pressure on them. But he comes along, he's like, I'm not having any of that. I'm going to do whatever I want.
Yeah.
And he has anxiety, but not to the point of crippling anxiety. And it's just a different vibe, I think.
I mean, hey,
and I think that's why she's saying, if I could change anything or if I could impart that wisdom upon you, that's what I would say. That's what I would say. I would do this different. I would have done this differently. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So just know she's around.
And
yeah, and she's here cheering you on. Talk to her. So I love it. Well, thank you so much for coming in and sharing your mom and this is your brother-in-law.
Yeah.
Your mom and brother-in-law. Thank you for sharing them with us. And I think that they both came in very strong.
It's just really weird because, like I said, what was I saying? I don't know. I was doing something, and then all of a sudden, I was scrolling through his Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Because I miss him. So I was going through his Facebook, and then all of a sudden you popped up live, and I'm like,
who's
this?
This?
Just like hop in there. Like something was telling me to hop in.
And that is interesting. I love that. I'm glad you came in. I'm glad he brought you to me and you were able to receive those messages. And hopefully at some point when your husband's ready, you'll have this. Just save the YouTube link and you'll have this.
Yeah. my Facebook page. She's got some.
No, I think it's going to be good. My job in this as I do this is to help people heal when they're ready, for these messages. And sometimes people are not ready for those messages.
Right.
But at some point, he's going to be ready.
And maybe years from now.
And you just be like, hey, interesting. I was like, you just tell him what happened today. Interesting, weird thing. The video will be there if you ever want to watch it.
Yeah, that's a good way to bring it too.
Yeah. And then when he's ready, you can show him. Just make sure you're following me on YouTube. Or on Facebook.
I think I do, but I don't know. I'll have to double check.
Yeah, because you can always just go back, mark the date, and yeah. So thanks for coming on. I appreciate you. And and thanks for sharing your story and stuff. Appreciate it. All right. Take care.
You too.
Well, that was awesome. I love that Spirit chose certain things for me today. I know, right, Allison? And it was so funny because I knew there was another spirit here, but I was so focused on him that I was like, oh, we'll see who this is later. Like I wouldn't even focused on her. Turns out they were both for her. It was beautiful. And also now I kind of want snickerdoodles. So I know, right, Heather? I'm telling you, that came in it came in strong. And that was while I was getting ready this morning. And I love that. And so anybody who's watched me for a while knows that I let Spirit choose like what to wear for my lives or for pretty much anything I'm going to be doing for mediumship. I'll be like, all right, Spirit, what am I wearing today? What are we bringing through? Right. I know. And actually I just bought a muffin mix. I might have to go make some muffins. I need like some little snacks that I can grab. And I need to make like little things that'll help me have that little sweet tooth, but like not be a bunch all at once. And she was during that reading. Oh, thank you, Alyssa. Appreciate you guys saying that. So that's how readings work. So if you ever decide, you want to connect to a specific loved one for a squirrel moment in 2 minutes, try 30 seconds, my friend. What was I talking about? Daniel knows me too well. Right? Like I curled my hair, then a lady with curly hair came in for my sitter. See, I'm telling you, they will do that. And I did that for Camp Chesterfield when I was doing the gala readings. And they did that for Brian saw me. He's over the Instagram world right now in Portland. Totally told me that was a whole thing. That was a whole thing with what I wore and how that played out for 2 whole days. 3 days, actually. 3 days that played out with the things that I chose to take with me. The dragonfly. Yep. The dragonfly was big. The Tiffany's reference. And I just learned out of respect for Spirit and just because I've committed to allowing when they say wear certain earrings, I wear the earrings. When they tell me to wear certain things, I wear certain things. Like that's just, I've learned, and they always end up being part of a reading. It's a vocal point or some sort of touch base that I can draw from. Can you try to connect my loved one that's passed? I'm desperately searching. Oh, would you like fries with that? Dude, I don't even know who you are. You just came in and like started dropping that. You can. So let me back up. I'm not that mean. I can be, but I'm not. If you would like a private reading, yes. You can book with me at my profile and I can do private readings. Here on TikTok, here or on Instagram, Facebook, anytime. That's okay. I'm just being a smartass. I 100% am just being a smartass. So I'm explaining that the ones I do in lives like this are free. but they are spirit led. And as you saw, like with the person who came in, like, actually, you know what? I don't even know his name still. I never got to that part because it didn't matter. I could feel his spirit. So thank you, Mara. I appreciate that. I did just open my calendar up. I couldn't figure out why I didn't have any bookings at all. I'm like, that's weird. I'm usually booked out like a month in advance. It's because I didn't add any dates to my calendar. I thought I'd booked out. I thought I had like added all the dates through the end of November. So I'm wide open right now. I have no bookings because I did not open my calendar. So that would make better fashion choices. Oh my goodness, Brian, you are cracking me up, my friend. You gotta get yourself a crown, my friend. Um, you tried clicking on booking, but it won't open. Okay, so be careful, Brian. Do not put that. Daniel's going to remove that because I don't want a scammer coming in and honing in and sending you a message. Okay, so I'm going to. He's just going to mute that for like 5 seconds to remove the comment. Don't stress; it's not a thing against you. So, just so you guys know, I will never ever reach out to you if you get a message from someone that looks like me with the profile and the name. Chances are it's got like a weird extra number or an extra dash in there that will, because every live, this happens in every single live, people get reached out to, blocked them immediately. Yes, Lady in Red, blocked them immediately. They are scammers because I don't do that. I will not follow you back. It's not because I'm a big jerk. And if I am going to follow you back, I'm going to say, okay, just so you know, I'm going to follow you back right now so we can connect later. Or I'll tell you to reach out through my website. So I don't know why you're unable, whoever said that about can't get to my booking page. It should be good to go. I'll double check it as soon as I'm done with my live here in a little bit. Like you're having fun and bring open. I do try to be. I love that Amy England. I love that your last name's England because earlier I actually wore this and I was talking in a weird accent randomly occasionally. Wonder what that means. Okay, you were able to get to it. Okay, Lady in Red. Thank you for confirming that. If you ever have questions for me, you can just message me through my site. Must be paid for in advance of selecting a date for the reading. Yes. So now, okay, because of the type of website I have, and I've already paid for my website up to a certain point, so I don't want to change it yet. But when that is done, I'm hoping to change to a different site host. Right now I'm using Weebly. I'm hoping to change to like Squarespace or something like that because I can't, if you go click on the service, okay, I want to book a reading and you have to pay for it, right? But in that description, it'll say, click here for availability. You can actually go look at the availability before you commit. I always tell people, if you do not see dates that work for you, please reach out to me. I don't just put my whole availability because I also own a dance studio and my availability is wonky. And with me doing weekend gigs and stuff like that, but if I know, like Sunday, for instance, I don't really open up my weekends. But if my husband's like, I'm going to be working all day Sunday, then I'm like, oh, well, then I'll just do readings. So I try to fit people in. Okay. So if you ever don't see, and you know what? And if you end up paying for the reading and we can't align on dates for whatever reason, then I give you your money back. I have no problem giving somebody their money back, just so you know. Okay. Are your readings recorded? They are. They're recorded and usually we'll get them depending on how many readings or how busy I am that day. You'll usually have them within a day or two. And what I do is I actually put them into an unlisted YouTube link. And that way you can share the link with whoever you want, but it's not public access, but you can share it with whoever you want, watch it as often as you want. And then you don't have to worry about keeping it on your computer either to take up space. So, and I don't take those down. I just keep them forever and ever on my YouTube page. So, yeah, you're welcome, hippie gal. I do try to be as customer friendly as possible. Um, Again, if dates don't work, you just gotta let me know. And I do have a lot of West Coast clients, and I actually have a lot of clients overseas that they just reach out and be like, "Listen, your availability is dumb. It does not work for me." So I end up having to I work with people as much as I absolutely possibly can. Okay. Um, because that's dumb not to. I'm not that important that I can't work with people, you know? Um, so that was an awesome reading though. That like I still have the vibes going from that. Good morning, love given. I'm so impressed. Thank you, Shay. See, Kim, I really do try to be flexible and adaptable. I do a lot of mentoring with my students. Sometimes I get last minute requests like, do you have time today? Yes. I try to be accessible. Um, my friend pulled a crystal oracle card that said past loved ones. What was the book you recommended? Um, Signs by Dr. Laura Lynn Jackson is the name of that book. I think I don't know, Whitney. I'm gonna see. Actually, you know what I might do? You guys want me to pull cards? I have my Dancing Spirit Oracle deck. Shameless plug. Why don't I pull cards? And then if we move into a reading, we move into a reading. I think that'd be fun. Ooh, I like this idea. I haven't pulled my cards in a while. And so what'll happen is I'll start pulling cards and some of you that have watched me work before understand that I could be like, and then, okay, so now I'm getting intuition and then da 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 da. And I might see a name pop up and go, oh, but also, would you understand so and so that your mom would be talking about blah, 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 blah. So sometimes they do move into readings, they'll trigger readings. Oh, hey, Mark, how are you? Make sure you guys are following Spiritual Plumber. He's awesome. I was doing my Scottish accent earlier, Mark. It's so funny. I've had two of my Scottish friends in the chat today. Okay, let's see. All right, let's see what we got going on here. So in case you're wondering, this is my Dancing Spirit Oracle deck. You can purchase these at my website. And I do have a free gift going right now with purchase of these cards. And okay. If you would like a card in celebration of my new crown, drop a crown emoji if you would like to be considered for a card. And I'm just going to start pulling the cards and delivering the messages. I know, Mark, I'm going to get you one. Hang on. I'm getting you one. Let's see. Let's pull one from my friend Mark. Rhythm. I feel like Spirit's talking about you getting back in the groove of things, and you and I haven't talked for a while, so we need to catch up. Life's spiritual journey is like a rhythmic tap dance, echoing the heartbeat of our existence. With each step, we create a beat of growth and consistency, tapping into the pulse of learning. It's in the tapping, synchronized with our heart's rhythm, that we dance towards enlightenment and understanding while being assured we are still human. I feel like what this card is saying for you, Mark, is that you've got to get back in the rhythm, back in the groove, and find your groove again. There's something about getting back in the groove. I think there's a lot of chaos that was going on, and it's time to get back in that groove again. Get back into a daily routine, get back into a routine, because that routine is what's going to help keep you moving in the right direction. Okay. So thanks for being my friend, Mark. Yeah, message me and we'll chat. We'll catch up. All right, let's see. So I'm going to bounce from platform to platform. Looks like Jenny is over here on Facebook. What does Jenny get? Jenny, you get the Shadows card. shadows. Embark. And by the way, my cards are awesome. I'm just saying. Um, because the meanings of the cards are on every card. You don't need an extra book. You don't have to worry about lugging a book around. We have a bag instead of a box, easy to take with you. Okay. So, Jenny, embark on the profound journey within, where shadow work becomes the lantern illuminating the depths of the self. In the mirror of self reflection, embrace the alchemy of transformation, for it is in understanding our shadows that we find the radiant light of spiritual evolution. So I feel like for you, Jenny, what this card is saying is I feel like Spirit's acknowledging that you're doing a lot of shadow work, that you are doing a lot of deep diving into your own stuff. I feel like you're doing like childhood work. You're doing childhood reflection. There's something about you reflecting on your things and you're starting to see your own patterns as they've played out in scenarios. And then you're starting to realize, oh, yeah, that was because I was triggered. And so I feel like you're starting to acknowledge that, and Spirit's acknowledging that you're doing that work. Okay. So I feel like Spirit's saying, keep up the good work on that. Keep up the good work on that. And don't let it scare you off. Okay. All right. Instagram blue dress fit. Blue dress fit. Let's see. Ancestors. Interesting. You've been doing ancestor work, haven't you? I feel like you've been actually doing ancestor work. Our ancestors danced through the veil of time and space. Their steps, a spiritual journey echoing across generations, weaving history and legacy into the rhythm of our lives. I feel like for you, Blue Dress Fit, I feel like not only that, like you're starting to get signs from the other side. So I feel like they're saying create like a little altar, not because you have to have an altar, but create a physical space that you can go to, that you can connect to them and be like, okay, I want to feel you. Because I do feel like there's some work that you're doing with your actual DNA and clearing your DNA. Would that make sense to you, Blue Dress Fit? I feel like there's something to do with DNA clearing and opening up your gifts through understanding how your ancestors, like familial patterns. Take an old picture of like your great great grandparents or something. Um, okay. Well, of course, I don't remember my readings ever, so that doesn't help. I just feel like creating that space that you can go to and go, okay, I'm focusing now. What do I need to know? Um, that's going to create that triangle of connection. Someone told me I have some abilities that blew me away. Well, I'm not. Assumed you already do this though. Oh, death is just transformation. Don't even worry about death. Like, just so you guys know, if you ever get the death card, don't worry about it. It's not a bad thing. Oh yeah, Camp Chesterfield. Okay. Oh yeah, it's coming back to me now. Well, not the reading part. But death is not sad. Death is transformation. It is getting rid of the old to make room for the new. It was a person. Okay. I feel like the ancestors are saying it's time for you to start opening things up. I feel like they're saying it's time to start allowing the messages to come in for yourself, so you actually don't need to rely on other people. Okay. Was a manipulator in my life. Yep. So it can go away. It can be done. Okay. So the negative energy, it was a manipulator in my life. Okay. So death, that means done. Death of that relationship. Death of that relationship. But I also feel like you draw people to you at a certain vibrational level because of the ancestral DNA. There's science behind this, people. I promise that once you start clearing that DNA and you start clearing those channels and the vibration that we've carried, we no longer are going to be aligned with those things. And a lot of times we carry familial patterns. and we don't even realize it. But I feel like your ancestors are coming in to help you break some patterns. So, yeah, ex-boyfriend, key X. Excellent. Excellent. All right. Let's see. Back in the TikTok world, who's going to get the card? Talk to you. This is really making sense. Yes. Well, you can book a reading with me. You know how to do it. And I would love to chat with you for sure. Okay. I'm glad this is making sense for you. And some of the work that I'm going to be doing, one of the services, you're welcome. One of the services I do offer, it's a new service. It's where I do a recorded, like a trance mediumship kind of recording where my higher self talks to your higher self. And we analyze if you're trying to clear old energy, you're trying to clear familiar patterns. If we're trying to figure out what's happened in your past life that's made you do certain things, I can see those things and I record it as I go through it. So if the DNA clearing is something you want done, then I can actually do that, or activation, like activating junk DNA that helps expand your awareness of spirit. All right, let's see. How about, who's it going to be? Oh, you know what I'm going to do? Hold on. Keep dropping your crowns if you would like, since I have so many people requesting on TikTok. This is what I'm going to do. I forgot that I do this. I'm going to count to 5. And the first name that I see is the name that's going to get the card. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mars. You know what's funny is I kind of knew that was going to be you. I almost said your name a second ago. What does Mars need to know? Under the regression one. No, it's not regression. It's message me and I can show you. It's the multidimensional hypnosis, the multidimensional healing. It's way cheaper than the regression. Higher self. Interesting. We're talking about that. Mars. That's literally what we're talking about right now is the higher self. In the quiet chambers of self-reflection, we connect with our higher self, which is very true. Our higher self is our higher governing body, right? A compass of intuition and purpose, orchestrating a dance through life's intricate complexities with profound wisdom and a deeper understanding of our true essence. So you're welcome, Blue Dress Fit. So I feel like right now for you, Mars, I feel like you're getting a lot of weird coincidences or synchronicities, and you're like, that's weird. And your higher self is like, it's not weird. I'm trying to get this message to you. And I feel like you're just starting to see a lot of interesting things come together that are kind of unlikely, or they seem like they should go together. And they're saying, pay attention. Pay attention. We're trying to show you some patterns. We're trying to show you things and draw your attention to look at certain things. And just know that that is us and your higher self. So how this works, friends, is our higher self is us, right? But so like the avatar Lorenda Carr is a spark of my higher self. Okay. Yes, Mars. So, and that's all you can do is you keep trying and just keep paying attention. And when you are just sitting and being quiet, you can close your eyes and be like, okay, higher self, what do you need me to know? And ask them to come in. Like anytime I do that, like I'll feel them engage my forehead. Like, I feel like I have a genie that pops out of my forehead. Right? Hi, Angel. Okay. All right. Doesn't look like we have any requests for cards on the other platforms right now. Okay. No crowns are coming in on the other platforms. So TikTok will do another one over here. You're welcome, Mars. Thanks for coming in and watching. Make sure you guys are all following me, by the way. I do go live every Thursday from 10 to noon Eastern Standard Time. Depending on how things go tonight, I might actually go live again tonight. I keep hearing I'm going to be going live tonight. So we'll see. Make sure you're getting notified. And also go watch my videos. I'm funny. I call TikTok my personal MTV. All right. Let's see. Who is it going to be? I'm going to choose someone in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who's it going to be? Heather Caudle. Heather Caudle. Caudil. I'm sure I'm botching that. Heather, what do you need to know? Ooh, I love this card. I just did a video on this one. Experience, the experience card. This is all about doing, not just traveling, but experiencing. What if you just live in a small town, right? So what if you go into downtown and go check out a business you've never been to before? Maybe you go down an aisle at the grocery store you've never been to. Oh, thank you, Daniel. I appreciate everything from you today. So I feel like live restricted for some audiences. What? Live visibility restricted for 10 minutes. Why? That's weird. Like, I don't know why. This is uncomfortable for people. I know. I got this notice saying that my live is now restricted for 10 minutes and that I'm making people uncomfortable. It shouldn't be. It's a guy with just a suitcase. I don't know. No clue. TikTok is ridiculous. And also, keep in mind, Thursdays are update days. So who knows? Well, thanks, Mars. Yeah, who knows? It's weird. I'm not, but it's AI. It has nothing to do with people. It's AI. I don't know. At least I'm still alive. I think but also it says it's restricted. I have 2 restrictions. This is weird. Swipe to close. I'm checking it out. Hang on. Yeah, I have no idea. So anyway, the experience card. Do something exciting, do something new. Less stuff, more doing. Okay? It could just be an AI thing. It could be because there's a Statue of Liberty on this thing. I don't know. Or there's like the different temples, like who knows? I'm going to keep going. I was just curious as to why in the world I'd have restrictions. But it's just AI. All right. Drop those crowns. Let's see. And also, hey, take a minute to make sure to go to my other platforms, because if that's the case, like I got to be careful if I get these, which I've never gotten restrictions before. But if I don't know how this plays out later, right? So make sure you're following my other platforms. I've got YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Okay. Lorenda Carr Medium, all the same for all of them. So make sure you follow those in case anything weird goes on, right? All right, let's see. Next. I'll choose the first name I see in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Amaretta Klein. Divine balance. Amaretta comes up for divine balance. From the Dancing Spirit Oracle deck created by yours truly. In the dance of existence, the divine, feminine, and masculine intertwine, creating the sacred harmony of life. Together, they embody the cosmic balance, nurturing compassion and strength, birthing a symphony of oneness that echoes through the universe. So I feel like, Amaretta, what this is actually asking you to do is, it's not just the divine balance. I feel like there's something about, I feel like you're it's like all or nothing. Would that make sense for you, Amaretta? I feel like you're kind of an all or nothing personality, and they're asking you to bring a little more balance and harmony into your way of thinking. A lot of things out of balance, and they're just really wanting you to think a little more. That it's not so black and white. It can actually be gray. Okay. That sometimes pink and blue make purple. right? And I feel like Spirit's just challenging you to kind of see things from a different perspective and not be so all or nothing. And that's going to be your challenge and energy for today. You're welcome, Amaretta. I'm not judging you. I'm the same way, actually. A lot of times it's hard. All right. Let's see who else is. I still don't have anybody requesting in the other platform, so I guess we'll keep going on TikTok. All right. If you would like a card pulled, we still have 4 minutes left before we wrap up. I'm going to choose the first name that I see that's dropping a crown in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Allison S. Blackheart. What do you get? Grief. You know what's funny is I just heard Charlie Brown. Good grief in my head. Grief is a journey that wanders through many lands. It dances in the shadows where light and darkness intertwine, teaching us the steps of resilience and understanding. It is in this dance that we learn to embrace both loss and love, discovering the depth of our own humanity. So this is grief. I feel like it's really important for you to understand. I feel like there's been a big shift for you, Allison, not just grief, like actual grief, like loss of a loved one, but there's been something about a loss of a way of life or a loss of a relationship. There's something that's a big shift and you're still getting used to it. Would that make sense, Allison? I feel like there's just something about missing something or having to adjust because something ended or something is no longer the same. Yes, Amy, and that's a really good point. Thank you for saying that because sometimes those messages can be for you, even if it's not for you. Okay. So I feel like there's with grief, with this card, you see the duality. Okay. One side's kind of gray and the other's kind of light and airy, right? I feel like through this understanding grief, as we navigate through grief, whether it is an actual loss of life, whether it is a loss of a job, loss of a relationship, loss, there's something like a big shift that when those things happen, we often will grieve the loss of those things because we don't know where our life is headed now. We don't know how to navigate it because we've always had a certain thing, right? This is an interesting, weird analogy that Spirit's giving me, and I'm hoping this makes sense to you. When I was raising my daughter, my oldest daughter, I made the choice not to discipline the same way my mom did because I didn't think it was right. And my mom wasn't abusive or anything, but she was just a boomer mom raising Gen X punk kids, right? And she ruled with an iron fist. And I chose to do things differently with my kids, but I had no tools, no skills on how to do that. I had no clue what I was doing. And I actually went through the grief process of having to figure out how to be and how to exist as a person and grieving the loss of that way of doing things. Does that make sense? I was so bizarre that reference came up like that, but I had to grieve the loss of what I knew. Yeah. Yeah, we're still figuring it out. Exactly. So I think, yeah. Okay. I'm glad that makes sense in that way. It's like we grieve the loss of what we know, what we've always thought to be true. When we start deep diving into our backgrounds, into our families, into, you know, I hope, like, for instance, I really hope that someday my daughter who hasn't talked to me like in 5 years goes, oh, maybe I should actually look at the reality and not just be the judgy one because she's now a mom, and she's going to see things differently. But it's going to take her taking that time to reflect back and go, oh, yeah. So my mom did things a certain way and she really tried to break family patterns. You see what I mean? So anyway, my husband and I got into a loud argument. I told him I'm not yelling in front of our children. See? Oh, interesting. Interesting. Yeah, that's a great boundary to have. Great boundary to have. So, okay. So I feel like that grief is just trying to navigate, not letting go of the past. Like what's gone is gone. You're making that choice. What's gone is gone. But then, like, how do you move forward from that? How do you navigate going forward um, to do things differently? Because it's like uncharted territory. If that's all you knew, it's uncharted territory. You know, you might be. You might be. So, all right, friends, it's noon. And it is time for me to go because I've got appointments today and I sounds like I've got people that are requesting readings today that I'm going to try to get in today. So if you guys are still in here, just know I'm going to jump right on. I do have to record someone's reading here while I'm in my zone. Oh, thank you, Lady in Red. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Remember, all of you watching, I will never reach out to you. I will never go onto the page and go, Grand Rising loved one. I saw that you were upset about your grandmother. Would you like a reading? It's not me. It is not me. Look very closely. Oh, I love you too, Kim. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Thank you, Crystal. You have a great day too. So I hope you guys got a lot out of the reading that we did earlier. The cards had some really great messages as well. And remember, just because it's not for you, it can still be for you, right? So I'm going to go off and be a person today and go do my thing. Yeah, Grand Rising is not very me, is it? Okay. And darling, yes, I saw that you said you did send me email, so I will respond. I've got to record this session and then we'll get to it. And Carling, oh, thank you for coming in and sharing your story and your brother-in-law with us and your mom today. Really appreciate, and then in such a public platform. Really appreciate it. So again, make sure you guys are following my other platforms, Lorenda Carr Medium. So hopefully within the hour, darling, I'll get back to you and I'll send you at least some times that work. And if not, we'll make it happen this weekend. Okay. It's just tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm out because I'm going to be out of town for the day. All right. Thank you all for joining my spirits, signs, and sips. And make sure you go watch my stuff. Make sure you go watch my videos, like them, share them, keep me out in the algorithm, and tell all your friends about me. All right. Thank you, friends. Have a fantastic day. And I'm hoping to see you all again soon. And oh, wait, did I tell you guys? Jamie McIntyre is going to be on my live November 7th. He agreed to do it November 7th. So mark your calendars. You want to be here in my live November 7th because I'm going to have, I know, I am so excited. He's the artist who sings over Galway Town that kept coming up in readings over and over again that I saw him in Ireland when we were there visiting. I saw him live. Make sure you go follow him. Jamie McIntyre Music. Excellent artist. Excellent artist. Up and coming young man. And I hope I haven't scared him. I might have scared him. I don't know. I'm kind of ballsy that way. So I know I'm very excited. So make sure you guys are getting notifications when I go live. And he'll be on my live November 7th. And then next week, next Thursday is Halloween, my friends. You know that's going to be a good show. You know that's going to be a good show. I got to figure out what I'm going to be, though. You know I'm going to be dressed up. I'm going to be totally dressed up for that. All right. Love you all. Thank you all so much. And we will talk soon.